Good morning, guys. Myself Sachin Sharma. Again, presenting some problems related to electrostatics. Okay. So your next problem is the two graphs are drawn below. So the variations of electrostatic potential V with 1y_r for 2-point charges Q1 and Q2. You can see this is the graph drawn between V and 1y_r for Q1 and Q2 charges, right? You have to calculate first what are the signs of charges. Second, you have to calculate which of the two charges has the larger magnitude and why. If alpha is greater than beta and beta is greater than alpha, where alpha and beta are the inclinations of Q1 and Q2 with the 1y_r. Okay, so first of all we will go once again in the problem. In the problem, a graph between V and 1y_r is plotted for Q1 and Q2 charge. Okay, you can see from the graph for Q1 charge potential is positive because for Q1 charge 1y_r and B is in first quadrant. 1y_r is along the positive x-axis and B along the positive y-axis. Okay, so for the charge Q1, potential is varying along the positive y-axis. Okay, so we can conclude that Q1 is positive. Okay, you can see V is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. Okay, you can also analyze this problem with the formula. Here 1/4 pi epsilon naught is constant. Okay, so V is proportional to Q upon R. Okay, from this equation you see V is directly proportional to Q and inversely proportional to 1/r. Okay, here B is directly proportional to 1/r because graph is a straight line. Okay, so V is directly proportional to Q. Okay, you know V is positive for Q is greater than 0 and V is negative for Q is less than 0. Okay, so from the graph we can see V is positive for Q1 is greater than 0. It means Q1 is positive as I stated earlier. Okay, and for the Q2 you see potential is negative. Okay, so V is negative for Q2 is less than 0. So Q2 is negative. Okay, so just seeing the graph, okay, for Q1 graph is varying with the positive y direction. Okay, so Q1 is positive and for Q2 the graph is varying along the negative y axis. Okay, so potential is negative. Okay, potential is negative only for when your charge is negative. Okay, so Q1 is greater than 0 and Q2 is less than 0, corresponding to positive and negative charges. Right, now we are moving in the second problem. Second problem, which of the two charges has the larger magnitude and why? If alpha is greater than beta and beta is greater than alpha. Okay, so again you see from the formula V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. Okay, you can write this formula in this manner: V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Okay, you see this can be written as V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R plus 0. This is the equation. This is the equation of a line y is equal to mx plus c. Here c is 0. Intercept is 0. Okay, 1 by R is taken on x-axis, V is taken on y-axis. So Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught represents the m. M is the slope of the graph. Okay, so I have stated here Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught represents the slope of the graph. Okay, as y is equal to mx plus c type. Okay, now alpha is greater than beta, taking tangent on both sides. Tan alpha is greater than tan beta. Tan alpha is slope for q1 charge and tan beta is the slope for q2 charge. So slope for q1 is greater than slope of q2. Okay, you see slope of q1 basically is the q1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so slope of q1 would be higher only when q1 is larger. Okay, because slope of q1 is q1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This would be higher when q1 is high. Okay, similarly, and if beta is greater than alpha, again taking both sides tan, we have tan beta is greater than tan beta. Here slope of q2 would be greater than slope of q1. Okay, again slope of q2 would be the q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so slope of q2 would be high when q2 would be larger, right? So guys, moving in the next problem. Okay, again next problem is related with the graph. Okay, the variation of electric potential with distance from a fixed point is shown in the figure. What is the electric field at first x is equal to 3 and second at x is equal to 5. Okay, so first of all we go through the graph. You see at positive x-axis, x is given in centimeters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and at positive y-axis voltage is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volt. You can see in the graph potential is varying from origin to x is equal to 2. Okay, having value V is equal to 5 volt. Now potential is constant from V is equal to 2. Potential is constant, you can see from the graph, which is 5 volt, from x is equal to 2 to x is equal to 4. It means for x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 4, means x is equal to 2 to 4 centimeters, your potential is 5 volt. It is a constant value. Okay, and then you see potential is varying from x is equal to 4 to x is equal to 6. It is varying from 5 volt to 0, right? So we have to calculate what is the electric field at x is equal to 3. Okay, you know electric field at x is equal to 3 is the negative potential gradient at point 3. Now at point 3 you see the potential is same. At x is equal to 3, the potential is same in the nearby region. X is equal to 2 to x is equal to 4. Okay, so at x is equal to 3, potential is 5 volt, which is constant. So change in potential would be 0, which leads electric field would be 0 Newton per coulomb or volt per meter. Right? Now, second point, at x is equal to 5, you see at x is equal to 5, potential is decreasing in nature. Okay, so we have potential is decreasing from x is equal to 4 to x is equal to 6, having value V is equal to 5 volt to V is equal to 6 volt. Okay, so del V is equal to V6 minus V4, which is V6 is 0 and V4 is 5. So del V is 0 minus 5 gives you minus 5, and del R is 6 minus 4, which is 2 centimeters. Okay, put these values. E is equal to minus 5 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, which gives you E is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power 2 volt per meter or Newton per coulomb. Thank you and have a nice day.